You're listening to the audio production of The Relentless Courage of a Scared Child: How Persistence, Grit, and Faith Created a Reluctant Healer by Tana Amen with Bob Welch. Published by Thomas Nelson and read by Gabrielle de Cuir. Some content in this recording has been bleeped out due to strong language. Author's note. This is not a religious book. It is a memoir. Yet my spiritual beliefs are a vital part of my story. For my listeners who are Christian, parts of my story may sound critical, harsh, and even vulgar as I describe some of the more difficult parts of my journey. For this I apologize in advance. I've chosen not to omit some of the language, at least when I felt it was necessary to paint the picture of the extreme environment it was. Likewise, I've refrained from sharing some of the most troubling details where it wasn't helpful to the story or the people involved. For listeners who find some content offensive or disturbing, I assure you I have saved you from many of the harshest and most explicit details that were part of my life. Amid our life struggles, the painful and the spiritual must coexist. If nothing else, I want my story to reflect the real me. That, I believe, is the least a listener deserves. The truth. In order to do that, I've chosen only those stories most relevant to my personal journey of healing from trauma, learning forgiveness, and overcoming my fear of forming relationships with certain family members. My greatest desire in telling these stories is to reach out to those who may be struggling to strengthen their faith and, despite the trauma and sorrow they may have endured, to build a bridge of hope. In writing this book, I've relied mainly on my memory. To confirm certain details, especially of early years, I've involved family members and others. Some of the names and identifying details have been changed for the protection and anonymity of those involved. Chapter 1. God picked the wrong person. If you win an argument with God, you lose. If you lose an argument with God, you win. Mark Batterson. Our tastes of heaven sometimes require...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?